Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm laid back in my apartment watching Martin, soaking up the game from OGs who be talking, living lavish, 2 fur coats with an ounce on the scale. I'm the flyest in the room and I know she could tell. I wish on well my appeal to the fuck up the scene. Best believe I stack green so my diamonds could bling. Cha-ching. You niggas know how it go. I break a smile for a clown who be loving the hoes on 10.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good fucking dusk. Whenever it is you listen and hear this,
Saturday.
it is Saturday.
It's Saturday.
It's a good day.
It is a good day.
It's a good day.
Good day.
Welcome everybody on this wonderful, warm fall, autumn, winter, all rolled up in one because we only got 2 seasons here in California, so it's gonna be.
Hey, but you gotta love it.
It's wonderful, but I appreciate it. So welcome on this lovely Saturday to Just a Dope Ass Podcast. 'Tis I, King Carter, aka DC, because my real name goes second and my moniker goes first. One half of Just a Dope Ass Podcast. To my right, who are you? Regular Chad Awesome today?
It just was quick. It was faster.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
put no AKAs on it.
He ain't
Just,
put no AK.
you know,
He's just Chad Awesome today. No bald, nothing. No, nothing special. He's just
I also
just
need to shave up under here, so I couldn't be up here lying on Monday though.
Oh,
bald
okay.
wisdom. Monday is bald wisdom.
You know, no bald wisdom today. You was.
I'm Friar Tucker from Smuffin right now.
I was gonna say you Steve Stubble.
Yeah. Yep. I got a fierily intact hairline though. It's just right here, ground zero.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's all right. It's a like you said back in the 60s and 70s. Didn't nobody give a damn. They loved you anyway. It wasn't even no big deal. But also to the front of me to bring in.
We have it.
We have labeled. It's labeled this time. Like they helped us out.
Wow.
We don't have to guess.
Oh yeah.
We know the clap. There it is. The claps for sure.
Look at that.
As you can tell from the intro, the man himself. Introduce yourself to the people. Tell them who you are, where you come from.
Oh yeah, it's Konsole, you know what I'm saying? AKA the filthy fella. You feel me? We're here today with good news.
I like that name, man. The filthy fella. The filthy fella.
Yeah,
is
you
good.
know, it's the filthy fella.
That's a good one.
Me? It's like I'm fly, but I'm filthy. You know what I'm saying?
This is good shit.
What is it?
I like this guy.
What is it about us that like we just
Look, man,
we are big pen because from dirty laundry to the filthy fella, like we are surrounded by
we attract. There's
filth.
You know what? We're the yin and yang sign, man. We're the
balance.
Yeah, man. It's because you need a little. You see that little dot in the white shit? That's the filthy fella right there. When you look at it's balanced, man. We're a balanced group of fucking individuals. We do shit here, man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. Happy to have you here.
Appreciate it. I'm glad to be here.
You know what? I feel like we just got to give you your flowers early because we all have been like on this here internet. And before we get into it, it's been a up and down week in hip hop. It's been a lot of shit going on. But specifically what I've been looking, especially if you were from out here in the LA area, Gina Views has given motherfuckers very clear instructions. She wanted niggas to rap. It's been out here.
You must have heard that.
Look, it's been out here, and niggas are supposed to rap. It was very clear instructions. It was, it made sense.
Yeah.
It's you and like 3.5 other niggas that said that actually rapped. And I just feel like if there's a prize attached, whoever niggas win, niggas here already. Because it's literally nobody was rapping. If you got somebody who's got a platform as big as hers, and she was like, how many times do I got to tell you niggas to rap?
I don't understand it.
I didn't
understand. Like I literally, I tweeted today. I said, I've watched every last one of these Gina Views little 30 seconds freestyles. And I said, some of y'all need to focus on something else because rap is just not it.
It's wild. and I don't know what it is. Once again, you know what I think too? It's filthy, filthy, dirty, whatever. Them are the niggas that rap. Cause you rap. Shout out to Dale. Dirty Dale raps.
Yeah, I fuck with Dale. I fuck with Dale, Epic, Thailand, all of them. Like I be, you know what I'm saying? I done been to the Dirty Laundry and did freestyles there too. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them.
Rapping ass niggas out here doing rapping ass shit. And see, I feel like that even shows that you have to. Nobody can ever say rap doesn't come with just an extreme level of education, like being able to fucking follow instructions and do what motherfuckers say.
This ADHD generation we got, can't nobody focus on nothing that they're supposed to do. Filthy is the new fresh, dirty is the new clean, just in case anybody was wondering. we gonna promote that. But you definitely got to give you applause because you understand assignments when you're supposed to do things. You actually know how to put together metaphors and similes.
Oh man, I
Words.
try.
You are not
I
allergic
try.
to words.
I try. You
Sentence
know,
structure.
I try to be an English major. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
See,
Look at that.
which not only that, did you hear that, people? Education is important. Like school.
Yes.
School is important. Now, I'm gonna be a rapper. It's like, sir, like you can still go to school and be a like words. You learn words at school. You don't learn words like on the block. Like you can do both. You can trap like 5 until after class, but like do your homework first, motherfucker. Like get an education. It's okay. Don't be allergic to it.
Definitely.
Well, glad you threw that little tidbit in there. When it comes to education, since you brought up the English major part, like what got you interested into wordplay in general?
Well, really my dad, you know what I'm saying? When I was a little kid, like in elementary, I didn't really like read too well. You know what I'm saying? So my dad, he told me like every time we drive past a stop sign or a billboard or anything like that, just like a restaurant, just try to read it real quick. So I'm that was probably like when I was like 6 years old. I'm 24 years old now. I still do the same thing. I'm just looking quick. Like I don't know why I still do it, but I still do it for some reason. And it literally like I have so many words in my head now just for that reason. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to like play off those words. And then my favorite subject was English in high school. So it's like it all just go together.
That's kind of a twofer. That's like words, alternative ways to educate. Like word to your pops.
Like, like that shit crazy.
Y'all see this?
Oh, I could cuss on here, right?
Oh, you can say whatever you want.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want.
You know what I'm saying? Because Filthy, he like to cuss. You feel me?
As you should. As you should. This is the space.
That's part of language, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's not only is it part of language, but this definitely is a space where you don't have to sugarcoat.
Oh man, thank
God. You can be yourself. But with that, I appreciate you saying that. Black fathers aren't involved. Black men don't. And this man is telling you not only was his dad present, but his dad was helping him with his education and teaching him the importance of learning. So I don't want to hear nothing. I appreciate breaking these stereotypes. That's what I like to hear. I appreciate that.
I like learning. I'm big on like doing shit, you know, whatever way works. So an alternative way to learn, because it's like somebody might be like, English, what's your favorite Harry Potter book? Fuck that book. But I can tell you like literally every word on every fucking sign from here to here. And you know,
my dad probably don't even remember that he told me that.
Yeah, I just think people, you know, parents or people out there that I like promoting alternative ways to do some shit because everybody don't learn the same.
Yeah, for real. Everybody can't do the sit down class and trace over this.
Arguably, that's not even the best way to learn.
It's not. Anything that we learn in American educational system is proven to be bottom tier. We think like, oh, he's an honor school. He's an honor student from America. He's dumb.
Definitely.
He's dumb, which is another reason why you non-rapping, understanding assignment ass Negroes need to go to school, because the streets is not going. If we already bottom tier in our educational system, you are what if you just decide to ditch school and don't go? Like you are worms. You are grub. You are below rock.
I'm always like, like grub. Such a that fucking fuck me up. Grub is like a word.
Grub.
Damn, that's not used enough.
It's not. Shit. It's not the importance of words.
I'm going to use it next rap song that I put out just because you said that. I'm going to just be like
changing lives here, people.
Amazing.
And I'm going to use good news and grub. Like I need to write that down. Like I'm going to use good news and grub.
What makes a nigga? And I'm not trying to be like, fuck it. I mean, this is my usual tagline, but I'm probably lying at this point. I'll be trying not to be like a hip hop elitist in here.
Yeah.
But what makes a nigga in 2021 go, I'm a rap? You know, you could be making all the, it seems like, you know, you could be the mumble shit and arguably, you know, jet set your way to, you can make a TikTok dance. Like, what make a nigga go, I'm a rap for real? And then just.
It's really how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, hip hop has been my number one since I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? So like, even right now, my phone screensaver is 1520 Cedric Ave. If you don't know 1520 Cedric Ave, you need to leave hip hop. You feel me? If you don't know where your roots, if you don't know where you come from, how you gonna know where you going? You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. So when I was growing up, it was just like, you can't play no garbage in this house. That's just what it was. Like, pops, they pressing next. Like if you don't got no substance, we pressing next. It's just that simple. Like if you ain't talking about nothing, we pressing next. So that's really what made me be like, I gotta go hard with the rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm different. Like, I'm more chill and laid back. So it's kind of like, you know, if you notice, all the spitters, we really be like the laid back dudes of the like of the city. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, shout out to Spitter. You know, he dropped some new shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the spitters, we be laid back and just chilling. We just care about rapping. You feel me? We don't care about nothing else, really.
Look at those people being artists, taking their fucking craft seriously. Crazy,
right.
Fucking crazy.
That gives me a question for everybody. So, what are some early songs that your pops exposed you to that helped you like appreciate not just music in general, but I will say hip hop, but music in general?
If I'm speaking solely from pop standpoint, obviously, like my pops was big on like old school West Coast shit. So a lot of Pac, a lot of fucking Cube, like
beautiful,
tons of Cube actually,
beautiful.
And
beautiful.
You know, like when he would get in his like, every dad plays like the oldies, but specifically he would be like into like Stevie Wonder. So you know, if you have any penchant for any type of music, like yeah, like Stevie will get you in like, and that's just one individual,
right?
But he was, you know, he was always big on and he would play shit a lot, so you like get in the lyrics, and so I'm like, oh, and you could get into, even as a kid, I'm like, this might be in my head like all the rest of it's like, oh, it's fucking gangsta shit, but I'm still into storytelling.
Right.
So I'm
That's
like,
what it's
oh shit,
about.
this is, you know, it's painting a picture in my brain. So those from him, those three for sure, like shit that he played like a fucking lot.
Definitely.
Okay. See, for me, my parents had me young, so I had young parents, so I was still up on game for the most part. But my pops is Savannah, Georgia to the core. So
they got good music in the South, though.
They do. I remember. So I remember like being younger, him exposed me to artists that I know about them today, but like at first LL, like I know LL, but him just like playing I'm Bad and kind of like exposed me to that. But I remember him exposed me to 8 Ball and MJG.
Oof. See, that was my uncle. See, if you just said him, then you get to
yeah. I remember my dad playing Ball and G and other Southern artists for me. He was big on Outkast when he was younger. On the flip side, like I'd also hear him playing like lots of 90s R&B, Sounds of Blackness and stuff like that. So I got a nice little cornucopia of music. Shout out to Pops, man. Pops normally got some good for music. What about you, Konsole? What did Pops expose you to?
Really, for me, music starts off with my grandpa. He was a musician, you know what I'm saying? Like if grandpa, if it's 3 people in the house, grandpa got 4 rooms because one gonna be a music room, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's like an unspoken rule in the house, like you can't go in there, like nobody told you, but you can't go in there unless grandpa tell you can go in there, you know what I'm saying? So records, you know what I'm saying? So everything from the Al Greens to the stylistics and all that, that's what I kind of grew up on. And then when I got to a certain age, my pops, my earliest memory of music from hip hop is Make 'Em Say Master P. But the verse that actually took me to make me be like, dang, I want to do this hip hop stuff is Mia X. Okay. Her verse on that.
Thank you, sir.
Was crazy.
Mia X, definitely. Shout out to Mama Mia.
Yeah.
Setting it down for the South, letting people know that we can actually be lyrical. It ain't just a bunch of like tiptoe tapping, like they had a lot of artists in the South that actually would rhyme, even for like Mystical at that time, sticking with them. Like people don't realize, like his delivery was different. Too. They was working hard, but he had lyrics. If you actually could keep up with the cadence, I think for people like him and for other people like say E40, like people couldn't keep up with the cadence. It's like, no, you missing out.
Because I hate when people say E40 don't rap on beat. Because he does. Like, you just gotta listen to what he's rapping to in the beat. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's multiple things to rap to inside of a beat if you really listen.
I think that people don't understand when it comes to music, like the words are part of the beat.
Yeah, I feel like, certain people, I'm not a musician, but I'm like, if you are into hip hop, you start to just kind of, you pick up a thing, you pick up an ear for things. So even saying that, it's like, come on, man, like you hear like people talk about cadence, or even one time I was watching an interview and, I respect M for like M's ability to like rap, but sometimes I might not want to play, when he getting his little emotional bag, I don't really want to blast that in the car. But to hear the nigga talk about rap, I'm like, everybody should approach whatever the fuck you doing, because that motherfucker was talking about one of his, and he was breaking down like his bars and somebody else, and he like, it was like almost like scientific how he was putting. I'm like, see, that shit That shit's fucking amazing.
I'm telling you, if you really like watch these old school documentaries and how I was one of them kids up at 2 a.m. in the morning watching them old school documentaries. You know what I'm saying? My pops, he put me on Rakim early. So that's one of, I got to give praise to the God MC, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to just rhyming and flow and all that. That's
Pops
what I was
exposed
on.
me to Rakim as well.
Yeah.
As he should. That's a wonderful thing. I'm glad that you was up at 2 a.m. watching those documentaries instead of watching BT Uncut like us.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I was watching Nelly too, swiping and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I was watching that too.
Had to get. That's where the filthy came from.
Yeah, that's where the filthy came from.
That's a bar.
Oh.
That and
that
and pussy
Hey, man,
popping.
look, I feel like that's what we're here for. I can get an idea to push. They can be like, we can tie some
Give
shit
you some
together.
credit, you know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
man, you
Like,
know.
Hey, look, guys. Hey, look, I just want to be walking around doing ignorant shit. Like, hey, man, that's a nigga that was in there. Yeah. What do you do? I don't know, man. I'll freaky zeeky some shit for some niggas.
All day long.
Do you
Yeah.
rap? No. Shut up. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here.
I
I'm
have
facilitate the vibe,
entertainment
nigga.
purposes and for
Facilitate
motivation
the vibe.
behind the scenes.
y'all want to know something crazy though? Background people are just as much important as the people in the front.
Exactly.
And I
That's
feel
true.
like y'all don't get enough credit for just being and doing what y'all do. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Let me give y'all flowers.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you.
Look, there it is.
Thank you.
But no, I sometimes think that comes with like approaching hip hop like a real music art form. Like and I'm not saying that like, give it some fucking pandering shit. Like, no, like it really is. Like if you're, you playing in the band, you respect the motherfuckers. Everybody loves the drum line and the horns, but the nigga in the back who does the bells, like you never realize how much that ting is important until you don't hear it.
Yes.
Right.
So it's like,
oh, I missed it.
yeah, like I like even using the freaky zeeky thing, like motherfuckers make jokes, but it's like I kind of need that dancing motherfucker around here. Like,
Yes.
for all the shit they were saying, it's cool and it was saying some heavy shit. So you know what? I need this big nigga with the clock to kind of, because listening to this nigga is good, but I also want to like punch somebody in the face. So come on, man, bring your fucking clock here so I can calm the fuck down. Like,
not only that, but the nigga with the clock was making the beats.
True.
Got to give him that credit
True.
too. But that's just the behind the scenes thing that a lot of people don't understand. But it's necessary. Like, say listening to music with headphones is different than
time.
What Keith say?
We've got technical difficulties apparently, according to the Podfather. So just wherever you're listening, if you're listening live, I gotta apparently exit out because it's coming in, but it's not coming in properly, and I don't know how it sounds to people. So if there's a dip in this, people just understand that had to start and restart some shit. And the Podfather said he'd fucking bridge them together because he's a technical savant. If you're looking on YouTube, then you motherfuckers can just, keep looking.
Yeah,
we need that. Yeah, I know.
Damn, that
know.
like
Elevator music.
Yeah.
Elevator music.
Or just grab yourself some popcorn. Get yourself some snacks.
That's what we need. Like, I think
hot dog dancing on the screen.
Lollipop,
Something, man.
We need a fucking everybody needs, like, I feel like everybody have, like, if you're in a content create space, you need like an animator person like just on tap just in case for like ideas like that.
Just to throw it in there.
Transitions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something to kind of like bring that would kind of stick with the lines of like the background noises or something that kind of adds to the beat overall. You need that little thing as far as content is creation is like little flashes of something to kind of give people extra content to help bring in what you're trying to say. So I'll say when it comes to writing your raps, what type of little things do you like to add in there to bring your stories together?
Oh, thanks, Lotus.
Oof, that's actually a tough question. Let me see. What my approach to writing is kind of like it's like that place you go to when you praying. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to that place. Like I don't feel like I'm a part of like Earth when I'm writing raps. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like it's like a whole different world. It's like that's why I call that's one of the reasons why I call myself Konsole. It's like I'm going to a whole different place. Like my emoji is the UFO and all that. It's like a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Like when you listen to me, I want you to be like on a whole different planet. You feel me? And I smoke a lot of weed, so that might help. You feel me? But
see, that shit is cool. Like when niggas be like, I'm not even trying to just gas, but you know, we try to when we have conversations. You can pull from like geek shit, this shit, life shit. So motherfuckers, just you don't have to be one way. I want you. I'm not shitting on you. Any other type of whatever content you niggas make, but you can look at. Did you hear what this nigga said? Like I be trying to be like, all right, man. Are we putting? I think about that. I'm like, am I putting too much on this shit? Fuck no, man. You could. Yeah, that shit's supposed to mean a thing.
It's like creating your own recipe. Like it would be boring if you just use salt.
Yeah.
It'd be boring if you
just
use
cook up in your own.
You gotta have a bevy of different spices that you can pull from, and that's what helps. A bevy. I'm bringing out all the SAT words.
This may sound different too, but it's like when I write my raps, I think of myself as being 6 years old writing raps in my room because I've literally rapped my entire life. Like I'm not new. I may be new to like the world, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not new to rap. I don't know if you guys can tell from the way I rap, but I'm not new to like rapping. Like.
I think that's a good point.
Like I go back, I've always had like the same little like kind of cadence. It's always been like a little like smooth, you know what I'm saying? Because Big my favorite rapper, so it's kind of like my top 3 is Biggie Smalls, Currency, and J Rock. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody that has Currency in the top 3.
Oh, definitely. He needs.
You
his
don't hear
flowers.
that.
That man is a goat. That man is a goat.
We free friends for real. The amount of times I talk about Currency on this fucking podcast.
That man is a goat. Like people don't go to that planet. That's what I'm saying. People just don't go to that planet. Nigga. Once you go to that planet, you like, oh my God, this is crazy. Musically, sonically.
But I will say, like, I think that's the thing that because I feel like, you know, I like and I'm a big fan of hip hop, but I never try to act like I'm some type of like specific. But how you talk about how you rap, like when I first was like listening to your stuff, I was like, you can kind of feel like I just feel like what you said makes way more technical sense, but in my mind, it's like somebody you can kind of hear, oh, this motherfucker is comfortable. Like they get in their pocket of rap, and it's like, okay, you know how to rap. You're not just like trying to make this a song. I like what I'm doing at this moment, and I made this music in the space of like I even parallel that sometimes because I felt like even as podcasting being like a newer space, some of our parallels, at least for us, sometimes it's like a lot of hip hop, like doing stuff naturally, doing your version of an art form, you are using your words, whatever. But you can kind of tell, like, oh, they in the pocket with like what they're discussing. Yeah. He's in the pocket with what he's talking about. He not just, you know, make this a song about whatever. It's like, nah, that motherfucker doing that shit. Like,
you know, you guys know, like what y'all do is well thought out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never give people a rough draft. That's why I feel like people are doing too much now, kind of like when I say rough draft, it's kind of like you just turning in anything. Like if I showed you I'm still a pencil and paper type dude. Like I'm not like a phone. I'm like, I got to see the words to know where I'm going to put my next rhyme at.
All right.
Hear that, Drake? You bastard.
Fuck you got there before me. So so, you know, the hip hop world is in shambles. Goddamn, you know, academics got knee pads with double padding and shit. Like it's serious out here.
Oh man. Oh, God. Academics.
So
this is terrible.
Dog,
We've got a long reach of Donde.
This Drake and Donda is like, you know, Donda's just the fucking amazingest ever. And as a fan who's followed both these individuals, I'm like, I don't even think either one of these is their own specific best work. Like,
not at all.
And it was just like, I mean, I feel like people are also like thirsty for content, but we posted something the other day, and I'm like, if we're talking about just what I consider, it was 2 things. One, people jumped on Andrew Schultz because he had made a post about more or less saying that we're judging them both on a bad barometer. Like you can listen to Kanye's album and say, you know, beat wise, artistic wise, on some, you know, making the Picasso of music. That's what he's doing, trying to do well. And you can't compare that to a Drake album, which is not doing it. We can give you the beats that you know Drake for and what's popping. But Drake, you know, bars wise, was just getting motherfuckers out the room. Yeah. Whether you say right to or not, that's not what we're talking about here. And then Kanye was not. So it's like they're not even competing in the same thing as far as how you judge the album. And as I was sitting there, I was like, who else is like really big and popular that you can? And I was like, nigga, Tyler's album smacked the shit out of both of these. Like Tyler in both areas.
Can rap his ass off.
Like in both areas.
He can rap and musically and all that.
That's what blew me. Artist, like, it was just like this whole, you know, not this kind of dick riding culture. Cause it was like, I feel like he out rapped Drake if we're doing the rap comparison. And I feel like he outproduced Kanye. Like
Tyler can rap his ass. Listen, what's the name? They was talking about Mount Rushmores for like LA hip hop for like the 2010s or whatever. Yeah. And it was, and I had put on Twitter, I said, Tyler the Creator had hood niggas hollering out "Our Future Wolf Gang, kill them all." Stop it. He had the hardest gang members you thought about in your neighborhood. We was all "Our Future Wolf."
Nigga, roaches do have protein on my nigga. Like,
come on now.
He's not weird for that. Like, if you think about it, like,
Right.
what?
I'll say when it comes to donde está la lover boy.
Shit.
That sounds like a burrito.
For both of them, I don't even think they put out music. Like for me, I think, and to flip it to like a mental health standpoint, I think when it comes to music, that it shows you somebody's mental health status and it gives them an ability to have emotional expression.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, we didn't really get musical albums. We just got them venting. Like whatever's in their head, they just had to get it out because this is the safest space for them to be able to express themselves in a mental health standpoint. So I'll say for you, since you go to a different space, you have a different plane that you end up functioning on when it comes to your music, which means there's something spiritual for you and it's something that is relief and peace for you. What does music do for your mental health?
I'm not a big talker, you know what I'm saying? Like people who hear my music, you might think I'm like, you know, like, dang, I'm my voice project and all that. But like, if you're not my homie, I don't really talk to people like that. Like me getting into rap is like breaking me out of my shell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll be having to go. I'm getting more comfortable with being on the scene about everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's just really just for me to like express myself same way they do. You feel me? But it's like, I feel like I can do this too as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'll be hearing a lot of people music and I'll be like, okay, that's good. You know what I'm saying? But
good job, buddy. Like
I can do this
nice.
in a way that only I can do this. You know what I'm saying?
I resonate with everything he just said.
Right.
Like, one, obviously what he just said, like nobody can really do us the way like we do us. But with the part about like the rap, but I don't talk in public.
Yeah.
That shit funny. He's like, oh, you got a podcast. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm not even trying to explain to you that it's not like a guy that I cut on, but like it's kind of a guy because like I don't want to talk to you right now.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't like you. I have nothing to say.
It really is. I don't know why. It's really just like that. It's like it's really like you really just turn on somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like not you could be somebody you not, but it's like you get to like actually get your opinions off and feel like you heard. You feel me? Because sometimes out there it's like everybody's talking.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everybody got something to say. But when y'all hearing y'all podcast, it's like now they have no choice but to listen to you.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
That's what I like when you said like get their mental health off shit. I feel like that more about Kanye as opposed to like Drake. Like Kanye, when I listen to his music, I don't want to make it seem like it's just this fucking just. But you can almost tell, like, okay, you're a guy who like has a lot in here because it just seemed like he needs, like, even how his beats is like, this is a bunch of amazing sounds that I would have never clashed together. But in my mind, I was like, that nigga probably has a bunch of just random shit, the way he expresses how he thinks, and it just that I feel like correlates. I'm like, okay, that to me is sometimes why I enjoy his shit because I was like, boy, this nigga was, whenever this song here was made, he was doing a lot of shit. It was, he was mad, he was crying, and then he got happy midway. Because there's no fucking way I put this in this. What the fuck? Drake, I don't want to sound like a Drake hater, because like I don't think anybody could ever say the nigga doesn't make good sonically pleasing music. Me personally, I just sometimes get tired of like, and this is across music though, like down bad, somebody fucking she cheated. Like, stop going to Texas. Like, I feel like now, like it's a bad rap on Texas pussy now. Houston women are like just succubuses, and I don't know how many more niggas gonna like, you know, fucking doubt you. You're at the tippy top, man. Like,
yeah,
give me some Larry June, man. I want to drink juice some days and buy real estate. Like, I just every song can't be, and I take this for like a bunch of artists, because I was even talking the other day, like it was a conversation about like Rod Wave's coming, and I was like, I appreciate his music sonically, but I also don't want to leave manic depressant from a concert, because you can't tell me I can't do 12 straight songs about these niggas did me that. I was like, tough, bro. Did nobody hug you? Fucking hey, tough, man.
It's different personalities that people have to balance. I feel like, and this may sound weird, but on a meme standpoint, I feel like Drake is like Justin LA Boy, and Kanye.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying,
Drake definitely speaks to the Justin
He
LA boy.
definitely
that
speaks
community,
to that crowd.
That crowd, yeah,
It's like
definitely.
He
community.
definitely speaks to
Wild.
that crowd. And Kanye, I don't know who Kanye would necessarily be as far as social media is concerned. That's
Like,
a bit of a toss up.
If you're trying to be like not even trying to be, if you have something like, if you're like the art person, you just have like, I must misunderstood, but maybe genuinely are, then I feel like a Kanye could speak to you. Like if you're somebody who just, I might not like Kanye, somebody I feel like you can look at, even if you might not like the music, you can respect that. I feel like in some way this nigga's trying to be like an artist, even if you said like, he's
very Kanye has showed us he's very artistic. Like that's an artistic man. You got to give him his props for artistic.
It's like if I don't
value to the game.
If I don't like this, that might be one thing, but I respect that you're trying to just push for push sake.
Yeah,
I get upset with people that don't. I think a lot of people consume music or things in general. They consume it from a surface level standpoint and they get reactionary about it.
Yeah.
Like Kanye has proved to us that, like when he talks about him being a genius, I won't say he's a genius, but he really is thinking on a different level than most people.
Yeah.
I can function well in fashion. I can function well in business. I can function well in music. We're in the midst of me being bipolar. I can still pull all these different things together and think on a different plane and be able to present it to you in a way that's palatable. And people just look at it from a surface level. I don't like this shit. But you'll listen to some shit like fucking whatever that Nick Spot 'em got 'em or whatever the fuck this song is. You'll listen to that and blow that. Yeah, you listen to that and think that that's the music, but you'll look at Kanye like, I don't like him, or especially because he said something that you don't agree with. But if you approached it on a different level, you'd be able to better understand it.
I think that.
Go ahead.
I think that comes with like, and I don't necessarily know how us as a culture. I know hip hop is also like one of like the youngest when it comes to like music and stuff like that. It is so I know
like
that
40 years old or something like that. Right,
so it's judged on a standard compared to other art forms, which is a bit unfair. But when you look at it like as art, when I put hip hop in that space, it's like you go to a gallery, I might look at this painting for an hour before it like makes sense about what it fucking means. You know, you see niggas as they're progressing in as artists and as adults. You got Jay-Z, who literally seems like a nigga who it's not about it being expensive. I'm into art for how it made whatever me. And Kanye is the same way. So I feel like sometimes we don't consume our music that way. It's like this shit bang, and it's like it does, and I don't mean it's bad, but also, you know, not to make it extra deep, but maybe sit with this for a while, because I'm not dissing the fact that sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want a little rapidy rap tonight. Like I got it in my system. She over there with that thing. I want fucking Webby to come up here and, you know, but I can't have that be the fucking entirety of my goddamn playlist. Like after a while, when you sit and music's supposed to, you know, make it some extremely black shit like vibrations and drums and all this shit's supposed to move you, words, do a thing.
I had a homie who told me he only listens to trap music. I said, bro, I feel bad for you. He said, I feel bad for you. Like,
as you should.
I said, so you don't listen to no R&B, no none of that? He's like, bro, why would I listen to R&B? I said, oh, wow. Your soul is just bad. Huh?
Not only that, but that proves the surface level, because I only listen to trap music, not realizing a lot of trap artists sample R&B and oldies music. So you're not even going to listen to the thing that's giving you the thing that you're invested in. You're not digging below. It's surface level. I just need to be this way all the time. I'm a thug, nigga. And it's like, but thugs back in the day was listening to fucking
sometimes
people used to do drive-bys to James Brown. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do a drive-by?
I'm a drug dealer on the corner listening to I'm your pusher man.
I'm your pusher man.
Like, how do you not?
What was that? There was whichever one of them like billion documentaries is out. But that was the thing they talked about. Like, man, you go to Tookie House, it's full of weights and it's full of James Brown.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to say that niggas out here ain't about it, but those niggas was killers.
They were
like
killers.
They were killers.
James would put tips on you if he got to.
Bro.
We know James would put tips on you, man, female, or otherwise. James would put tips on you if he feel like he need to.
And these are the dudes that you
like, just because he got these tight pants, these platforms, and the chest hair out, that don't mean them the ones you need to be afraid of. The dude that's walking down the street with the 15X tall tee and some jeans. Well, these days it's whatever X tall tee and skinny jeans.
I don't know what's going on.
Some sort of Balenciaga Skechers shoe on.
I kind of like it. We kind of live in an era where it's like you can do whatever you want to do now.
That
you
is
know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we don't have like nothing holding us back anymore. You know, you couldn't do certain things like back in the day or without being judged. You know, I watched even back to the Tyler thing. I watched his interview on the little, I think it was with Ebro or whatever.
Yeah.
His last little interview. Like he really, people like that really open doors for anybody to kind of do anything they want to do now. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody looks at you like you weird anymore. Everybody just like have fun.
Unless you Boosie.
But they don't look at Boosie like he's weird. They look at Boosie like, for today, toxic masculine. You just can't not be the toxic black Negro, and it's like he's not. I just refuse to conform.
Some points,
but that's one thing. We're in the figure it out.
It's the way he approaches it, though.
Yeah, I think we're in the figuring it out generation, and nobody takes that into consideration. Like, you know, our fathers and grandfathers was like, man, do this. You don't fucking cry. And now we're the first ones to kind of go, hey man, what does this look like? What does this look like? And even listening to, and I'm not saying like you just said, which is a fucking good ass point, the man doesn't present it right, but I'm with, especially, you know, with the platform of using words and opinion, judge a motherfucker on what they said and what they did. And then we can, you know, you can crucify him off that if it's crucifiable. But it was like, when you watch the whole interview, I'm like, this is a little much, but it ain't what y'all did here. Or I was having a conversation about that, like that turned to about like that old with Trick Daddy shit, and then Tank came out and said some stuff and about like, you know, Trick eating ass or whatever, and you know, whatever, that's that nigga shit. But I had a conversation about it, and it brought up the, you know, and he was out here sucking dick. I was like, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Did you watch the interview when he said that? They're like, no. If you watch it, he was making a joke in reference to, you know, whatever the sucking dick thing. But I just say that to parallel, like, judge a motherfucker on the entirety and the context of what they said, because y'all motherfuckers be watching these clips. Should they? And I'd be like, that's why sometimes be like, oh, the post Shubo. I'm like, we did it for fun. Do not take this fucking 30 seconds that I made. Go watch what I posted, where I got it from. I thought that line was funny, but no, man, you need to. If it's an hour interview and you judge somebody off 30 seconds, you're an asshole.
Yeah, that's another thing. People, you know, I say we live in like the microwave generation, too, kind of like where everybody just wants, you know, a 40. If you, even when it comes to music, if you got a 4-minute song, people be like, hold on.
Yeah, the attention span is
like,
super short.
God, like
songs are averaging 2:30 now.
Yeah, like I've had people like thank me for having 3 verses on songs. Like, thank you for bringing that to hip hop again. Like, you know, everybody's kind of like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. All right, we in and out.
Those were intros in our day. Like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That was the intro to the whole CD before anything. Like, that was the shortest thing that you were going to get. And now that's the average of all songs. And some of them be so lazy. Like, they just, it's not like they cut the song off and just fade out.
Bro, y'all don't got no skits and shit.
They don't have
whole
no
experiences on these fucking albums.
Like audio movies that we were watching, and people don't understand the artistry of it. Like, even when I was hanging out with a female friend of mine, she was like, I'm only listening to the first 15 seconds. If it don't get me in the first 15 seconds, then I won't listen to it. But I was like, you're missing out. Like, traditionally for music, there's, when it comes to syncopation and synchronization and things of that nature, you have to wait for certain things to build. Like movies, you have to wait for things to build. There's going to be some slow parts, but those slow parts help set up the experience for all the action. You have to let those things kind of play out. If you tune out within that first 15 seconds, not grasping you, so to speak, you don't know what you're missing. You're missing out on a story.
Definitely.
And I think I can appreciate that for you, because it's like, yeah, I'm going to come in and I'm going to give you what I got, but I'm also going to help you understand how to come into this experience, like really listen to the entire song. I'm not just going to give you some, hey, I'm here for a little bit of money and I'm out, baby. Peace. It's like, no, I do this. When I liked what you said earlier, as far as like, I'm a little kid when I rap.
Yeah.
Like, even from a mental health standpoint, like, you tap into your, and this makes my inner child happy.
Yeah, I'm not grown. Like I had text one of my homegirls yesterday. Because you know she been going through a little hardship or whatever, and I said, you gotta find that little kid again. Yes. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. We never want to grow up
at all.
Like, adult life is that should be trash sometimes.
Outside of fucking adult life is trash.
Yeah. But that's what motherfuckers like when you watch some of these. I don't know, man. Insert your favorite white philosopher or whatever that I probably posted on the page. Whether it's like even or fuck it, like when you watch motherfuckers do these documentaries on scientists, they're like, this is the only group that is about making like real true innovation. You talk to a 5-year-old, why can't we do blah 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 blah? And a nigga who's been a literal theoretical physicist for the last 20 years be like, I never even fucking thought of that. because as smart as you are, it's in the confines of like adult rules.
Yeah.
And it's like shit, if you are in any form of art, that's like the one space where it's like, we can't. Why?
Right.
Kids are curious for creation.
Right. I feel like the older you get, the more barriers you have between you and freedom.
Because of what the world told you.
Oh shit, man! You should have wrote that motherfucker down.
My bad.
But that's because what the world like
right.
projects. To
you
you
accept
know
it. That's the tricky part. Those barriers are we're putting up the barriers.
Yeah.
Nobody else. We're sitting there building these walls every year that we age between us and actual freedom because we don't want to sit back and say, hey, I don't have to accept the bullshit. I don't have to do this.
And that comes to like why, you know, everything don't got to be that deep. But I feel like certain shit you should pay attention to because in fucking, I don't know, 1842, you know who the famous nigga was? The motherfucker who like invented some shit you never thought of.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that makes me, if I'm sitting at home, I go, I got to make a thing that's never existed. And motherfucker, then we'd be up here, you know, it'd be me and Doc Brown, and we'd be traveling. It'd be everybody would be Rick and Morty. But now it's like, you know, I don't know who's the leading advanced whatever in whatever the fuck, because you know, you just got to look at like where culture starts, and shit is fucking nigga. Shit is that deep. Y'all can fight me, man. Like
everything is that deep. Like I said, in your explanation, I'm talking about how I go to a space of creating music, and I'm talking about going to different planes. I'm talking about my inner child. I'm talking about a spiritual connection with a different aspect of me. I'm talking about emotional expression and tapping into a different part of my personality. That's depth.
Yeah.
That ain't surface level bullshit. Like a lot of people think music, especially when it comes to rappers, I just get high, get drunk, have some females around, get in the studio, and then I make song that's gonna make people shake their ass or I'm gonna be thugged out. It's like
I don't even have like a bunch of people in the studio. Like that's out. Like get out of here. Like first of all, like if you ain't really working, it's like because that's what we doing right now. We working. I don't do the fly clothes in the studio. Like I got on slippers and some shorts.
Why does nobody ever make the correlation that the niggas who move like that are the happiest ones in success in hip hop? Like
they have more money.
I mean, yeah, money there.
They're not blowing their money on dumb shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say them niggas got like secure, legit bags, but they're happy. We've been talking about Tyler, happy. Y'all can kiss my ass with the sleepy bars. J. Cole seems happy in his space.
Yeah.
Currency, happy. Kendrick is like, I'm gonna come back, but I'm probably in a happier space because I took like everybody who's just art for me seems like they don't have fucking man. Let's do it for the home team, man. Dom seem motherfucking happy. Dom never not seem happy. I follow bad like that nigga's happy. Like,
and they all get in bags. That's the crazy part. You like you gotta appreciate guys like that, man.
Mental health wise, niggas be like, you know, like taking your turn, motherfuckers. Like you got to start following. Like, yeah, he the most famous. Why do you think that's the most important? No. Let's sit right there. Why did you jump straight to there? Because everybody's rich. Everybody's rich enough to change their family and about 17 families on the block. Why did you jump to, yeah, but he's not popping like that? Like, why is that your first shit? Like, motherfuckers really was online talking about, and you can hear, and you can't hear it, but like, it's like, you can, you see like a lot of these posts, and I'm biased as fuck, but niggas be talking like Push is like somewhere poor. And I'm like, I bet you Push won't whatever. And I'm like, are y'all on drugs? Like fuck rap. Like
a lot of people in this generation don't even know that Push was a part of the clip. So I don't even talk to them about stuff.
It's like
bro,
people
don't even understand the clip. But I think we talked about this before in the show. People don't even remember he told y'all on Drink Champs, I got a bag from the McDonald's. McDonald's pays me. That I'm loving it shit. Y'all say that to be funny, but I get paid every time.
Is on the corner?
Over 1 billion served, right?
Like that's it.
That's a check.
All of
for
that.
life.
For life. That
all
he can
of that
pass down.
Us like not looking at things in depth is a fucking thing. Like I don't give a shit for real about their relationship. But I saw something else about it was Meg and it was when I think like Party, and it was a picture of him like meeting Jay-Z or whatever. And internet, comments is like it's like when you bring your boyfriend. Yeah, when you bring your boyfriend to meet your fucking uncle or dad or whatever. And it was just a lot of like, Party is like like a nigga who makes like no shit, and people just had, it was a couple people just got in like, y'all know this nigga like ghost writes for the best. Like something said something Beyonce's. I was like, I didn't even read the rest. I was like, he wrote for Beyonce. Like y'all niggas thought the nigga was poor,
right?
And just these immediate jumps to like, and I'm cool with anything for the sake of like, oh, this is funny or entertaining. I'm like, y'all mean that? This is venomous. No, I didn't ha none of this shit. You niggas really like bitch ass poor ass. Like I'm like, He in a room with billionaires.
Yeah.
And they shaking his like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
That's the surface level consumption.
Yeah.
Because people think like they have to like the how much I see you is a measurement of your success. And it's like, no,
It's not.
my influence is my success.
Exactly.
And you're not even aware of my influence, which means you're not even close to understanding what I can touch. You can't even touch it yourself, or you're touching it and don't even understand I gave you the ability to touch it.
I judge people off of their peers too.
Oh,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
all
Like,
yeah.
if you poor people don't hang out with rich people. So why would Jay-Z be kicking it, eating dinner? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With somebody who ain't really, he don't respect, or you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
Einstein wasn't kicking it with the Three Stooges.
Yeah, and see those type of people, it's like it's beyond. I feel like Hov, you know, however people feel about the man or whatever, but you got to think about people's like brain. Like I was like, oh, they fucking people who are just fuck rich. Half of you niggas are rich, but like they fucking people who are like, oh, you're because Hov be really sitting in the room with like, oh, it's Hov, it's
Swiss Beats,
and then it starts turning into like the executive director of Logitech, and he owns the like. Why is this little Filipino man there? And it's like that motherfucker owns half of this country. Why the fuck are they in the same room?
Right.
What? Yeah, fuck no, this nigga's not gonna rap anymore. Fuck rap, nigga.
Right.
Like, I'm in the room that's trying to figure out when the world shuts down. We get the fucking other tier underground. That's us. All right. Yeah.
Here's another thought that we don't have a ton of time to jump into, but it's interesting. Piggybacking off what you said, like you judge people based off who they surround themselves with, right? You can also judge people based off who they date and who they're attracted to.
And
I had somebody ask me a random question, like, "Who would you fuck?" You know, the fuck, marry, kill shit. They asked me.
I don't. Fucking and dating is two different things.
Exactly.
Bro.
That's. I'm glad you understand
who you
that.
date is kind of different.
That's a whole.
Y'all men, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if it come up, then
I'm gonna bolster
you know
up your point. Because right now I'm in a module that is about sexuality.
Definitely.
It's a fucking thing, bitch. Studied. Shut your asses up.
It's not the same thing as relate. I'm glad you understand that difference. But yeah, somebody asked me a question, you know, fuck, marry, kill, whatever.
I remember that game.
And she asked me Halle Berry, J-Lo, and Beyonce. And she was surprised that I chose Halle Berry. And I broke it down to
marry?
Halle Berry to marry. Like I ain't killing nobody, and I'm really not. But out of that group, I would choose Halle Berry. And I broke it down as far as like spiritual freedom, happiness, peace, not having to be in the scene. Like Holly has reached a point in her life where she understands, like, I want to be surrounded by peace and freedom. I'm not really tripping off this. The roles that I choose, it ain't about money. I just want to have fun and I want to learn how to do things differently. Like Beyonce seems like it's a task to be with her. Like it's a full-time job and I'm always on. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Holly is more low-key. I'm just enjoying life from a non-superficial standpoint. But based on who you choose to date will tell a lot about you. The women you surround you, if we talk about said rappers that are actual artists, who are they married to?
Yeah, people didn't even know J. Cole was married.
They're not supposed to.
You get what I'm saying? But see what type of dude you feel me? It's just like that.
But we can look at somebody like Moneybagg or a Lil Uzi. We see who y'all date. Like,
not saying those are bad women though, because you can't, I don't want to bash anybody.
Yeah, no, I'm not. He doesn't want to bash him.
I don't want to bash him.
I don't want to bash him either, but
it's all presumptuous. But I'm going off with what motherfuckers like.
What you show us,
present, like
what you present to us. Like we say this all the time. Ludacris married a doctor.
What a fucking champ.
He chose a doctor, and y'all out here choosing the chick that was stripping last week with like 50 million tattoos and can't formulate sentences. Or she's like,
cool if you pick her, but you cannot then complain about
what comes with her.
Yeah, you can't come in. These men just don't be about shit.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. You might not have had the pick of the whole litter, but you had a pretty significant pick of litter, and you know. Oh,
regardless of what pick you have, it's still your choice. So you can't complain about something that is your choice.
We're wrapping it up anyways.
You don't have to worry about that. But who you surround yourself with tells a lot about you. Your music taste tells a lot about you. how you produce your music or create your music tells a lot about you. The type of asses that you double tapping when you're scrolling through Instagram tells a lot about you.
I don't know about
The
that.
content. Now,
one,
I'm bullshitting on that part because I'll definitely double tap on a lot of stuff that I would never mess with in real life.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, this look good right here.
It looks good right now. I don't ever
Right
need to meet you ever.
Yeah.
But everything is kind of a cornucopia explaining who you are. Like it's little pieces that explain who you are. So as we exit, explain to the people who you are and what you want them to get from your music.
Really, I just want you to understand the music. You know what I'm saying? That the music is first. I'm not a gimmicky person. I'm not one of them people who gonna show my ass for you or none of that. Like I'm one of them people that's just gonna I'm gonna give it to you straightforward. You feel me? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of one of them dudes. I just want to smoke my weed, chill, make good music, and just, my goal in this is just to be top 5 underground all time. That's literally like when I came out, I was like, I don't want to be mainstream. I don't want to do none of that. I want to be what I looked up to as a kid. From the Crits to the Currencies to the Smoke Dizzers to the.
Gotta go home. This nigga said crit. I gotta go home.
Yeah, like that's
get out of here.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I looked up to. You feel me? Them underground dudes we about the music. You feel me? We not here to show our ass to you and have to Plus, I'm not that entertaining. I'm not one of the type of people you snap your finger and I'm just gonna be like, oh,
I feel it.
da da da. Nah.
Look at that, man. Self-aware.
Talented, self-aware.
Yeah. I know my goals in this music stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 underground. Work with some of the best underground artists of all time and sell out the Forum in Inglewood. That's all I really care about.
I'm with it, man.
That's wonderful goals. Everybody that we named in this show, get a hold of this episode. Listen to this man. Support him. Reach out to him. Currency, you talking about top 5 underground Currency? Reach out to this man. Talk to him. Show him some love.
Let's do something, Spitter. I'm telling you, man. Let's do something.
It would be a wonderful thing.
Hey, man, look, man. I feel like we made a couple connections here with this. So I'm putting that out there, man. We might be I'm cool. I'm very cool with being the bridge. Man, what? I will fucking happily hold that space. The bridge for good. It's a lot of fucking weird shows out here doing a lot of weird shit, and that's fine. But if we're the bridge for good shit,
I appreciate that.
Man, look,
we are the catalyst for happiness. God damn it. Yeah. I can wordplay too.
We like that. That's fuck you guys. If I hear anybody else say the catalyst for happiness, we will literally fight. That's a thing now. Fuck y'all. But yeah, man, appreciate you coming.
Anytime, man.
Okay, you took it because that's it. Pull up. If you in the air, I'm not even joking. This is not no gas. If you hey, I'm around, what y'all pull up.
Nothing.
So
it's Saturday around this time. You want to knock on the door and just come sit in and chill. You know the open door policy here.
I literally just like being on the scene.
I dig it.
I just like being around this stuff. It makes me. It's the kid in me. You know what I'm saying? That's just really what it is.
It's a bar. All right, y'all. See y'all on Monday. Go fucking stream and listen to everything Konsole, and then do it again. All right. Bye.
Yes, sir.